All right, got a simple project here today. We're going to be trenching and putting in a 1-inch PVC water line for these guys, and we have a 1-inch nipple right there. We're going to use that galvanized coupler. We're going to do schedule 80 1-inch. We're going to be trenching down along this way, kicking it just a little bit and going underneath the house over here. Let me show you that. All right, so the owner already dug a little bit of a trench through here, which is nice. The old water line was through here, and he has, it's pretty dark in here, but he's got this set up for us, so we're going to be tying in right there. And some bigger redwood tree roots around here. The twist though, however, on this project is apparently years ago I was in here, according to the owner, and I laid bridging fabric down. I don't remember this at all, and I gravelled this driveway. So the question is, what is this going to be like to trench with this little tractor through a driveway with road bridging fabric? I'm pretty sure it's going to get messy, but let's get to it, get that thing warmed up, and get this trench started. All right, just finished getting this water line installed, and I pulled out that yellow wire, the tracer wire. The property owner, just an FYI, purchased all the materials for the project, and I'm just the installer, but the wire ran short. But I think whoever is locating it in the future will get the idea where it's coming up at. But this is our tie-in spot right here. It's all schedule 80 1-inch PVC with these tees we used. They're 1-inch by 3/4, the short couple bits of 3/4 inch schedule 80 to this copper assembly here. Property owner did a nice job putting these together, and got the hose bib clear of the top of the post, and we're just going to kind of hold that plumb when we do the backfill work. A little bit of bedding to do here and there. Went right under the machine, but you can see that road bridging fabric. It can get pretty messy when you're digging through it, and that's probably the takeaway from this video. If you're going to be doing trenching through an area that you're planning on putting some road bridging fabric down, you're going to end up tearing it up just like that. But this wasn't too bad. This is the lighter weight. I think it's the economy bridging fabric, so it's a lighter ounce material. But if you were to have a thinner layer of aggregate over the top of a thicker ounce bridging fabric, as you're digging through it, if you're kind of digging and lifting up, you can like peel up your base rock, and like it can be worse than what it is here. But anyways, this is all looking good. Got a little bit of bedding down in here. This is that other tee off spot right there. Looks pretty sharp. That one root I dug underneath. Another root. And our connection back over here. So I'm not worried at all about any of the glue joints. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. Then we're gonna turn the valve here, pressurize everything, and the spots that I'm gonna be mostly concerned about are our threaded connections here and underneath the house. So let's give it a few minutes and then we'll pressurize this guy, and fingers crossed it doesn't leak. All right, time to turn the water on here. It's a little stiff, isn't she? We could solve that. When in doubt, use 2 wrenches. Just gonna leave it like that there.
Want this one closed?
Yeah. I'll get it.
Didn't even think about that.
Okay, now it's time to check for any leaks. It's all looking pretty good here. But when it comes to checking for leaks, it's usually a waiting game. But I'm feeling pretty confident here. What you'd end up seeing if you do have a leak in a water line and it's not backfilled like this is you're gonna start to see like a wet spot, you know, probably around where a bend or a joint would be. Now granted, we just blew a bunch of water out over here, so in that area where it's kind of wet, we're gonna have to pay closer attention. But everything's looking good so far. We'll have to dry some of that off with the little towel and check that, but nothing squirting, that's good. All right. All right. Dry, that's good. All right, that was the spot I was worried about. That and over at the house, just because they're a threaded connection. But all right, well, I'll do a little more thorough checking on these couple wet spots, and I think we're pretty close to start bedding and backfilling. Just a simple way for me to check. I just like to hold my hand underneath it and then you know, pull my hand back. If I see water or I feel drips, then we know we got a problem. But we're all dry, checked all the joints, we're all looking good. So it's time for me to go through with the shovel, and any spot along the water line where there's like a dip or something below the pipe, I'm gonna go through there and just throw a little material down with the shovel to support that pipe, so that, and the idea of doing that is that you don't want to just shove dirt with the tractor down on top of a pipe, especially if there's a dip underneath, like a joint where the pipe's glued together. That's going to put some strain, especially on that glued joint. So I'm going to go through, it won't take long, just knock down some of these sides, just basically cover the pipe a little bit, make sure that tracer wire is right in line with the pipe, and start backfilling. So let's get to it. All right, just got all this gravel spread around, and looking pretty good. Normally we'd bring in a roller and roll this or vibratory plate it, just not in the budget here for this project. It is looking good. Dug out this little stump, channeled this drainage out right here. They're actually going to install a culvert through there at some point in time when they move all that lumber. And this was 8 cubic yards of base rock. Thank you, Grant, for staying out here late and working with me and moisture conditioning that load. He was definitely into some overtime today. But the owner made up these little hose bib assemblies. They look awesome. Really like that. And yeah, got our tie-in, pressurized it, no drips. Another good way to check your system when you're installing pipe, obviously, is to do a pressure test. Liquid pressure test would be preferred over an air pressure test, just because an air pressure test can be pretty dangerous. If you pressurize a bunch of pipe with air, you can have things blow apart pretty severely. So if you can, pressurize and do your pressure tests with water. But another hose bib here. Got this all backfilled underneath the house, looking good. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Nice little one-day job for me. And beautiful, beautiful day here. Beautiful property amongst the redwoods. We're out here pretty close to the coast, and time to go home. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you next time. Over and out.